Hey everybody, this is a video response to a tag from Mr. Aaron Pynn. I'll put a link to his channel down below. Check him out. He posts a lot of videos, so yeah, if you're big into movies, he's a guy to watch. He has a lot of, top something lists about DVDs and Blu-rays, movies in general, movies from certain companies, genres and all that kind of stuff. He does a lot of pickup videos. Yeah, just check out his channel, and yeah, tell him I sent you. But yeah, his tag response was, or his tag was from somebody else, and essentially it's to answer the question, if my life was done in a movie format, what genre would it be? Who would play me? Who would direct the film? That type of an idea. And yeah, it took a little bit of thinking, actually. And I almost thought, you know what, maybe I could do an anthology type thing like Aaron Pynn did, but you know what, then that's copying him. And then I thought, well, maybe if I did a trilogy and there'd be 3 different films. And then I was like, well, no. And then I thought about my life and growing up and what it actually would be like in terms of film. And honestly, it would be the genre I'm second least likely to watch, as odd as that sounds. And that would be comedy. My life would be a comedy. And I say that simply because one of the reasons why I don't like comedies is because I don't necessarily find them funny. I find everyday life quite amusing and hysterical at times, and I find most films either try too hard or they just, like, they aren't funny. They could be stupid, and stupid can be funny sometimes, but for the most part it's just stupid. And really, I don't know, the comedies, for a good portion of them, yeah, I see funnier stuff in my everyday life, and therefore I figure, hey, if that's the way I feel about comedies, then my life has to be a comedy, right? And so the question is, who would direct my movie? And I thought long and hard about this, and I think I came up with the perfect director, Bob Clark. Okay, picture this. We're going right from when I'm born all the way up to now. It starts off with baby geniuses, because I was obviously a genius baby. And then we move into a sort of a Christmas story type feel. Voiceovers, me growing up as a kid, some of the stuff that I had to go through, and such. Then we move into high school and university, and he pulls on his, Porky's skills and stuff. And then, well, we get into, my adult life, and that's where I started. I ran out of things, but I'm guessing it would have to be, I don't know, maybe Black Christmas. I don't know, maybe. Not that there's really a killer around or anything like that, or yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what it, I don't know. But anyways, I think he would be able to pull it off. It's the later portions that really don't have as much to go on, and I almost thought, maybe Don Thacker could do it, and be similar to motivational growth, with a guy who just, watches television all the time. 'Cause that would be a lot like me right now. I watch a lot of movies. But, I don't know. I'm sure that there's humor there somewhere. Maybe my later life would be more like Rhinestone. Maybe I try and make a movie, or I try and make an album, because I do have a music degree, right? So maybe I could try and be like Rhinestone, and have a struggling artist type thing, or maybe not really a loose cannons type guy. I mean, I'm not a cop or anything like that, so that really doesn't fly. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, the later years probably would be a little bit more boring, and you might want to stop the movie and end it, come the university years, because once you hit, working stage, it's essentially, it would be like Office Space, right? So maybe that's what happens. It turns into the sort of Office Space thing, but directed by Bob Clark. His touch on that, and he gives it. Now the question is, who would play me? Now, growing up would be hard. Be a hard choice. Yeah. Honestly, there aren't enough kid stars, so it's probably going to be a nobody, somebody who you've never seen. Fresh face plays the roles all the way up until adult years, and I think in adult years, if I had to pick anybody, I would pick Robert Carradine. Yeah, the guy from Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know why. I think he would work. So yeah, oddly enough, I'm big into horror, sci-fi, action, fantasy. Those are my standard movies. I do watch a lot of other stuff. Comedies, not so great. But I will admit that if it comes to comedies, one of the ones that comedies that I actually love and I will watch over and over, Porky's and Porky's 2, both from Bob Clark. I would watch those again. Revenge of the Nerds series, guess who's in that? Robert Carradine. I would watch those comedies. Yeah, so American Pie movies, I like those comedies. I could watch those. You can see a theme, Animal House. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So yeah, now I guess I gotta tag somebody, right? Well, I'm going to tag Blu-Ray Evan, because I know he watches all of these things, so I'm tagging you, Evan. And you know what? I'm going to tag the lovely Lesley, and hopefully she will be able to do one of these videos. Of course, it'll be on this channel because she doesn't have her own channel, but yeah, hopefully she'll do one. So, till next video, guys, take care. Have a good one.